Okay, you've got an IGT draw poker machine, but oh no, one of my light bulbs is out. So let's look at fluorescent cabinet lighting in this video. I'm Lawton Barnes and you are in the metal shop. Okay, so I probably don't have to explain to you how to change a fluorescent light bulb. If you have a bad one, obviously it's going to show burn marks. These are F14T8 cool white fluorescent bulbs, and hopefully you have done this before, but they just fit right into the socket and turn, and that's going to work. Okay, so if you've replaced your bulb and you've replaced your starter and it's still out, you could have a problem with the ballast. That is the ballast. The black transformer up in the top corner, that's the part you'll have to replace if the bulb and starter don't work. The bottom light's a little trickier. You'll have to use a Phillips screwdriver to take these screws out. I'm going to do this on camera. It is in fact possible to change this light bulb without removing the coin comparator. One thing I always use are these things that look like ashtrays. That's a magnetic screw holder from Harbor Freight. They cost $3. Definitely get one because there is a lot of small and important screws in these things, and you don't want to lose them. So these two screws come out here. I'm going to go ahead and remove this screw. You should be able to work this back and forth and finagle it out. Normally you would have the power off, which of course I didn't do. So once I've had this out, I've replaced the bulb. The starter is accessible from the inside. The ballast is here, this black transformer. And then we're going to go back in. There's two metal tabs, here and here. This is a little tricky to see where the holes are, but they go right in there and there. See that clearly? And as I push this in, underneath the coin comparator here, that little metal button just popped up. That metal post needs to be inserted in between in that slot right there. And then we should be good to simply reinstall our Phillips screws. And another Phillips screw down here. Those two screws hold the door in place. Just to double check, our tabs are locked in underneath the door lock. Our post is inside of that slot. And I believe that this connector right here is going to be your voltage that goes to the fluorescent light fixture. So if you need to test further, make sure you've got 110 volts coming out of that. But hopefully we'll just leave that connected and see if it works. And we have light. One final note is going to be if you have one of these wide body machines. This machine in particular has already been gutted for parts, but this is the wider body machine that has the embedded bill acceptor. They're going to have an additional lock right here. You pull this knob out and this flips down. So you should have easy access to the fluorescent bulb right there in one of these machines without having to remove any screws. And then finally, this one was like this when I bought it. The seller told me when he sold it to me that he had already converted the fluorescent lights to LEDs. So what he did is he removed the starter, removed the ballast, wired the 110 volts directly into the fluorescent socket, and replaced it with this. It's a 15-inch LED light. He's got a 4000K color temperature on it, and when you install it, I think it looks fine. It just I can't tell any difference between that and the traditional fluorescent, other than maybe it's a little bit brighter, but not much. But if you want to do that as a mod to your machine, the fluorescent bulbs, they're getting expensive, they're getting hard to find. You can upgrade it to LED if you like. And I guess that's all I have to say about fluorescent cabinet lighting. So eat 'em and smile. Opening up a video poker or slot machine without a key. It ain't easy, but I'm gonna tell you how to drill that lock in this video from metalshop.poker.